I have in my office a little book called 10 Theories of Human Nature. 10 different theologians, philosophers, scientists talk about their theory about what human beings are really like. Every one of them makes sense, but every one of them misses something. You can't capture human beings in the net of theory, but the more you hear different possibilities, the more you understand the different ways that we are similar and different from one another, and how we are all very deeply flawed. This applies in a particular way to this morning's Parsha because we see two very different characters who make two very different choices. And before I get to the characters and the choices, I want to offer one of the theories of human nature. I don't think, actually, that this is in the book because it was written too long ago. But one of the theories is that there are 5 different categories, and everybody scores along those categories from somewhere from 1 to 10. And one of the categories, the one I want to talk about this morning, is called agreeableness. Agreeableness is exactly what it sounds like. Some people are just easy to get along with. You say, do you mind if I do this or I do that? They go, I don't care, whatever you like. It's perfectly fine. Agreeable people really like to be liked. It means a lot to them to be liked. That's why they're so agreeable. And then there are people who score low on agreeableness. Do you mind if we go this place or that? We're going there. I know you like that place, but the truth is that place is terrible. We're going there. And if you say, you know, you're not being very nice, they say, I don't really care about nice. Reminds you of Sondheim's wonderful line from Into the Woods, you're not good, you're just nice. Right? And that actually has to do exactly with this morning's Parsha, where someone was nice, but they weren't good. And someone else was good, but they weren't nice. I'm talking about Moses and Aaron. Exactly. It's good when you can unleash a surprise, and it's... So they come to Aaron, and they say, we want to build this golden calf. Now, you know, if they had come to Moses and said, we want to build this golden calf, he would have said, you are not building the golden calf. No way. Get out of my face, and I'm talking to God. Aaron says, like, give me your jewelry. In other words, he tries to delay it a little bit, but Aaron is not a fighter. What we're told is that Aaron, ohev shalom v'rodef shalom, he loves peace and he pursues peace. So the rabbis say, if two people were fighting, Aaron would go to each of them and say, you know, the other guy really wants to make up. And then he'd go to the other guy and said, you know, the other guy really wants to make up, and bring them together and make peace. Moses didn't do that kind of stuff. Aaron's great sin is a sin of agreeableness. The people want to make a calf. He goes, it's not a good idea, but you really want to. Okay, we'll make a calf. Moses, remember, his sin is one of anger. He hits the rock. You can't imagine Aaron hitting a rock. Aaron would talk to the rock, put his hand on the rock, say, look, rock, we need some water. Not Moses. But when it comes to something like the golden calf, Moses comes down, and what does he do? He grounds it up, and he makes the people drink it. You may have forgotten that little tidbit from the golden calf story. Because Moses doesn't care if you like him. Moses cares about being good. He does not care about being nice. Aaron cares about being nice. Now, before you pick sides, and it's easy to pick sides this morning because one of them builds the golden calf and the other one destroys it. But before you pick sides, realize you need both. A leader who is totally disagreeable is not going to be able to knit the people together, and in fact, the people often rebel against Moses. And maybe if he was a little more agreeable, they might not rebel quite so much. But Aaron could never have gotten them through the desert because it took monumental strength to get the people through the desert. We tend to want our leaders to be both. They should be strong and resolute, and they should be great guys that you'd want to spend time with and who are nice and who kiss puppies. But one of the things that we learn from this theory of human nature, that is the Torah's theory, is no human being is everything. That doesn't mean that there aren't some traits that are better and some traits that are worse. Of course there are. It doesn't mean that sometimes people go to ridiculous extremes on one side or on the other. Of course they do. But here, at a pivotal moment in Jewish history, the Torah is giving us two different models of leadership and reminding us that both of them have their place. That's why later on there's an expression in the Torah that suggests, doesn't say it outright, but it suggests that the people's weeping for Aaron was even greater than their weeping for Moses when he passed away. Because Aaron was nice. Aaron was embracing. Aaron was the therapeutic model. Moses was the lawgiver. Hadin Yikov et Hahar is what the rabbis say that Moses summarizes Moses' philosophy. Let the law pierce the mountain. In other words, I don't care what you think or how you feel. This is what you do. Judaism embraces both. Leadership embraces both. And by the way, all of us embrace both too. So I don't know how agreeable you are, but remember that wherever people are on the continuum, it has advantages and disadvantages. You might be the one who brings people together, but then you might build the calf. Or you might be the one who doesn't care what other people think of you. But then you might hit the rock. So I will end not with Moses, nor with Aaron, but with the man who the rabbi said, from Moses to this Moses, there was nobody like Moses, Moses Maimonides. What he preached was the Shvil HaZahav, the golden path, the golden mean. As agreeable as you can be, but sometimes you have to be disagreeable. You have to be a little bit of Aaron and a little bit of Moses, and mostly you. Shabbat Shalom.